Hey. Hadouken. Beefing with you stuff because you do not exist in my world. Myself, my money, or my man. We are gonna be at your head. Hey. 5, 6, 7, 8. Counting zeros every day, and you know that we never play. Hey. We paid away. But hold on. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see it, but kiss my ass and my anus because it's finally famous. That's what it is, boss. Okay, I'm wilding out right now. Okay, hey, happy Tuesday day. I hope you're doing well. I am the truth and you are too. Welcome to this week's Venus Day Deck Pro reading. Everything you need to know pertaining to me and my services is located in the description box of this video below. For this week's Venus Day Deck Pro reading, I'll be channeling with there is Ganesha, who's supporting the collect's highest good and the highest good. Oh, that's what I forgot. If you look up Ganesha, he's basically a Hindu god. He is an elephant. He has the head of an elephant, a body of an elephant, and he is the remover of obstacles. He's a god of beginnings, wisdom, and luck. I asked Ganesha myself, who are you and how would you like to describe yourself? And the following came up. The number 3 came up. I see that as awareness, communication, influence. I see that as social media, social norms, society. I see that as what you call it? The environment that you frequent, the people that you usually mingle with, and how all this could have influence on you or something else or things. And the zodiac sign Taurus came up, and Ganesha also said that he intuitively and quickly guides, directs you to new foundation. He is associated with ascension, progression, and growth. He is also associated with abundance and resources. So that's there's Ganesha for you, and I'll be channeling him for this week's Venus Day Deck Pro reading. If you hear any extra sounds during this reading, I apologize in advance. Life is life, and I don't hear live it gets too much. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. It's helpful, and let's begin this week's Venus Day Deck Pro reading. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so for this week's Venus Day deck per reading, the topic is standing on business about your prosperity per what was on my fat booty. Um, boss. But yeah, and the first card here is the Hierophant. Second card is the Hangman. Third card is the Queen of Cups. Fourth card is the Page of Machetes, which is the Page of Swords. Fifth card is the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Sixth card is the Seven of Machetes. Seventh card is the Nine of Machetes. The eighth card is, I gotta make space up in here, dang. Okay. Yeah, the eighth card is Seven of Brooms, which is Seven of Wands. The ninth card is the Strength card. The 10th and last card is the Chariot card. Bottom of the deck, which is a summary of all of that, is the Five of Machetes. And top of the deck, usually watching this right now, is the Nine of Brooms. Okay. Why is this like less space than it usually is? All right. So, you're standing on business. So there's something here about change, something about change, something about expression. There could be something about self-expression. There's also could be something about maybe like entertainment, maybe entertainment business. It doesn't have to be. Also, there could be something about children, whether it's like actual children that you usually are around, your children, or something about your inner child, your childhood, or like some childlike energy tendencies. Some of you could be seeing 777 a lot, or you will be. It's here. There's something about, it could be luck. There could be something about luck. There's something also about, it could be marketing as well. Yeah, it could be marketing. And then there's something about also like choices, decisions. There could be something about unions, whether it's romantic relationship, friendship, business, partnerships, or family. There could be something about a look. And then there's something about an end of a cycle, something closing out. There could be also something about going beyond. There could be maybe there's something about like dreaming big, going big, or whatnot. Bigger and better. And when I was thinking about that, I was thinking about the Incredibles. Incrediboy. But I forgot what was his new name later on in the movie. But he was like, it's bigger, it's better. Also, there's something about maybe going beyond. There could be something like ancestors, and then what came into my head is like Finding Nemo and finding out like how old the tortoises, the sea tortoises, and how much older they could get. And then just not only that, just like something about, I was thinking about like Sagittarius, and then like around Sagittarius's like constellation or area or whatnot, like it's a lot of activities. So there's like a lot of like condensed like stars and activities. And then what flashed in my head also was like turtles, like sea turtles and migrating. Also what just flashed too is like stingrays migrating in like the water and like going in a straight line, but it's like condensed with a lot of them. Something about that. I feel like there's something about for some reason, and it doesn't even have to be like fame. It could be. It's something about like just being out more. I don't know if it's like a brand or there's something with marketing, something about expressing like and all that stuff. Just like having a name, having like a whole title or whatnot. It's like your energies on a brand and everything like that. Kind of like Megan Thee Stallion, and her whole thing is ah. Or just different people and their stuff. And there could be also something subtle here about there could be something also here about like soul family and those that you mingle with and everything like that. People are not just friends or whatnot. Like, oh, geese is coming up too. If they're not just friends and or whatnot, they're like soul family, and then there's something about like running in a pack and all that stuff and tribe. And then like children and everything like that. It's like tribe and all that stuff and community. Is there something possibly about dedication? Yeah, something about yeah, oh yeah. There's something heavy about dedication and like being very steadfast. It could be in like your beliefs, your tradition, and your spirituality, or just like your lifestyle and your being. Something about that. Um, and then something about surrendering to, allowing and surrendering to maybe divine wisdom, or like again, I don't even know if I showed that book, but it's called Of Water and Spirit by Melodoma or whatnot. Malodoma, I forgot his last name or if that was his last name. But if you just look that up, like Of Water and Spirit Malodoma, there's something that could be related to that. Or if you want to read it, you can read it. But it's something about that popped in my head. There's something about, yeah, heavy dedication. Again, it's those things that I said. And it's like also surrendering to divine wisdom, what always is. There's something about like tradition as well, a little bit in here. And then it's giving me either like ancestors or like again tribe and stuff like that and tradition. I don't know, something's overwhelming for people. Something is overwhelming. I don't know if there's like a new thing or a new concept or something about the mind and young minded or entering into something, but something is overwhelming. This could be within yourself, but sometimes I really don't think so because, like, they're not showing it that way though. But I like to say that in case. I don't know, something could be overwhelming. There could be like conflict and all that stuff. I don't know if like conflict or like I don't know, people coming at you or like mentally. I don't know if people done this, are doing this, will do this. I feel like it may be coming. It's about to happen. Yeah, it's an ascension process. Stay strong, young lad. Stay strong. Yeah, I feel like it's here or it's coming. And it's just like so overwhelming. It's just like that, or it doesn't have to be people. It could just be like, trials coming up, that whole ebbs and flows, trials and tribulations and all that stuff. Um, could be happening or coming up, and it could be overwhelming. Yeah, stay strong, young lad. Stay strong with the 7 of brooms and the 9 of brooms here. Stay strong, young lad. Proceed. Keep going forward. I shall proceed and continue to rock the mic. Okay. Um. Yes. Yes. Stand on business towards your prosperity. Period. Nothing shall shake you. And then I don't know. Since I saw 777, I was talking about luck and all that stuff. I don't know. When people win their lottery and stuff, or like they step into like prosperity and everything, how certain things start happening and all that stuff. So I don't I don't want to say expect it, but like if anything comes your way and there's like conflicts and people trying to trying to steal, or there's just like conflicts and things happening, things energies coming up to like just trick or like steal or do some weird stuff or whatever, cause conflict, um stay strong or whatnot. I don't know if it could be overwhelming and everything like that. And I said the lottery thing because like usually people, I mean, it's advised to, and I think people do that. Like when they win the lottery and they go on TV, they do all this stuff where they like cover their face or whatnot, so like people don't know who is the person that like won the lottery. Because basically people gonna start hitting you up. People are probably gonna start like coming to your place and all that stuff just because of the money and everything like that. So there's something like that. It doesn't have to be money, but it could be just like something with your prosperity and all that stuff. The whole thing about like, yeah, the whole thing with fame and everything like that. Like sometimes you can't live in the same neighborhood or something like that. Like a prophet is never welcome in their home type of thing. Da da da. Yeah, because people just start acting weird. There's a heavy need for discipline amongst conflict, trickery. Mm-hmm. I want to see 7 swords in this deck real quick, or 7 of what's it called? Mm-hmm. 7 of machetes. Yeah, treachery, deceit, illusion, amorality, and evil tricks, self-pity. Hmm. Something about that going on. And I'm just gonna read this little thing that they have here for it as well. It says, think things through and follow a plan so you can wait until the time is right. If you have to compromise your values in order to achieve the goals you have set, you should either revise your ethics or reevaluate your goals. Yeah, there's something about the like discipline, staying on a certain like path or tradition. There could be something about ethics too. Be careful of like, yeah, here we go. Be careful of being unethical, stepping into unethical things or amoral things, things that are not of morality. Stick to your routines, your traditions, and everything like that, no matter what comes up or whatnot. It's given me that whole thing of like especially when you become more famous or into like the industry and all that stuff, how they try to like change certain things, or they try to like get you into certain like I don't know what, like I just could call it industry stuff, you know. They say that, oh well, in order to attract these type of people, you have to do this, so whatnot. I feel like just don't give up your traditions, your beliefs, your routine, your discipline, or anything like that. Your ethics, your morality, your values for or anything like that. So do not sell your soul. And there's just something here with, it's like surrendering. There could be something I'm feeling like divine and cosmic realms, and it's like wisdom, like things pouring in or things happening. And there's something about perspective. You can be open to different perspectives, mind shifts, or like, you could be open to different things, perspective, and then like, different what am I trying to say? Like mindsets or like ideas or something like that. But be careful of it, do not ever lose yourself to other people's things or whatnot. Don't lose yourself in that. Again, I always say this, like just like in the Walking Dead video game, do that whole thing where like you're speaking to someone, you interact with someone, and then like instead of like on taking that, you can just go noted or whatnot. You can have it noted. You don't have to like on take it or something like that. There could be some type of pressure and all that stuff. And then it could be about like perspective. I feel like stay very strong on your values, your morals or whatnot. Hmm. And I guess compassion, grace, and love is your protection, is your defense, is your rock. Yeah. There could be about something about intuition too, and being strong about your intuition being strong, like you being strong through your intuition, but also through your, like your compassion and like your love, your gracefulness. Something about that is like strong and sturdy. Also be careful of resisting the flow in your body, that flow in your body. And then there's this thing with like Kundalini. For me personally, how I experience it, there's something with like Kundalini and it needing to, things in your body, in your aura, your energy, your space needing to flow without blockage. So maybe sometimes if you meditate, you could like meditate or just like come into awareness of your body, your space, your aura, and see where the blockage is, and do your best to unblock it. But there's something about, do not, like, be careful of resistance and blockage of like the flow of your flow of the waters or something like that. Even though you may be new to something, or there's something like a new like light bulb or something like that, it doesn't me oh wow, and it doesn't mean that it's not valuable or it's not valid or it's not fact. Just because something is new, someone is new or something like that, a new idea or whatever is new or coming up, doesn't mean it's not valid and it's not a fact. And then I was watching this thing or whatever on YouTube that I've been needing to watch for a while. And it's basically like, if you even look up what it is and everything, and I get it because of like this 3D world and this reality we're in, like they have to technically do disclaimers of saying like, oh, this is not confirmed by science, so this may not be true, da da da. But something about, just because there is no like um there's a word for it, but there is no studies or facts or whatnot on something, does not mean that it's not true, or like it doesn't mean that it's not valid or valuable. And then it reminds me of one of the cards in in one of my decks, and it's the earthworm, and it's like, so it basically is like, in summary, like a person who's a rookie or someone who's a newbie. And I'll explain something that came up right afterwards, hold on. And like basically not being afraid to speak up or risk feeling embarrassed, or like not being afraid to speak up, because what you say or what your ideas coming into a new space or something like that, or being a new idea or a new type of person into a space that always been, don't ever be afraid to speak up, because your views and you matter as well. It's just as valuable. And just because like I'm a nurse or whatnot, like me personally, I experienced this in the medical field, and I feel like a lot of other people experience this in the medical field, where like they come into like the medical field, and this could be anybody in the medical field, but me personally as a nurse, like there's people who've been there for a while, of course, and yeah, respect to like the veterans, veteran nurses and the veteran doctors and everybody who is there, but also like the newbies, the people who are just coming, like we have knowledge and new knowledge, or just new ways of things and everything like that, and we can respect tradition and everything like that, but also new things and stuff like that are also valuable. But yeah, when you come into those spaces, like they're very like want to eat you. They're mean and they're rude. Okay, it's not all like roses and stuff like that. I'm not saying that's every like medical field and everything like that, but like people will tell you, like when you go in there after you graduate, you take your test and all that stuff, like they're rude AF. They're disgusting. It's like a hazing process, like, and all that stuff. And they kind of like tap you on the head, puppy dog type of thing, because you're a new person, you're a rookie in this field. But it's like, nah, like you also matter, your values and your views also matter. And then, yeah, something about stand on it. Stand on it. Basically, stand on it. Also, practicality, and I feel like consistency, momentum, whatever this is, keep on like is it treading? I don't want to say that, no, because I don't really know if that really is the right word for it. But keep on being like consistent, persistent, um and persevere, and practicality in whatever this is for anybody. Like, even, when things are new, it needs to get off the ground. Like it has to keep going, and until like it kind of catches, like, is it inertia? Catches like momentum, I'll just say. Okay. So be very steadfast, and I feel like don't give up. It's new, but you have to keep going. It's giving me that whole thing of like when people are starting stuff, the whole motivation stuff of like, keep going no matter what type of thing. Okay, so yeah, it starts with the Hierophant. There's something about like, I feel like there's something about routine and discipline, first of all, and then like tradition. And I always said that tradition started somewhere and it kept going. Like people um kept on like doing it. It kept going from generation to generation. It kept on going, going, going. So there's something about that. And I feel like something about surrender and the flow. It feels a little bit of like momentum, like keep it going, and consistency and discipline and everything like that. But like also like allow it to keep going, like the wheel to keep going. It's kind of like is it coasting? No, coasting. It's not course. Coasting or whatnot. But there's something also about flow and allowing as well. Something about perspective as well too. intuition, and something about, it's like a light bulb. It keeps coming up like a light bulb. You know, like idea or something like ping. And then I don't know if there's something about people tuning in, meditating or something. And then it has to do with like a new concept, a new idea, a new business, a new thing. But yeah. And then something about practicality, maintaining something, maintaining the household, maintaining this business, maintaining whatever this thing is. And even there, I don't know, there may be trickery or something like that. Things like mind games, you know, it may, or something, it could be also things being overwhelming. I don't know if like people are going through a lot of like mental mind games, trickery, maybe imposter syndrome, possibly. Things could be overwhelming. There could be some doubt placed in the head. Something about resistance too. There's a balance. There's like a balance of resistance and letting go at the same time. But I feel like there's something about resist that doubt, that negativity, whatever that is there. Again, yeah, stand on business. Have willpower. Be powerful. Have that willpower. Fortify your mind. Fortify your mind. Where did that come from? I forgot. There was somebody who said that in a movie or something. But yeah, something about fortify your mind. Be strong-willed. Very, very strong. You are powerful. Like the mind is powerful and everything like that. But you are more powerful than allowing this. And yeah, be very steadfast. Be very and then it's like is it Vicky Valentine from Waterboy, where like she made a prediction, and she said specifically what the score was gonna be, and dude was like laughing at her like, that's a pretty like interesting like prediction that you made. She was like, that's not like a guess or a prediction, that's what's gonna be. Like and when it happened at the end, that's exact, like they won and that's exactly the score it was. And she turned around and looked at him like, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Something like about that. I feel like your word is bond. What you say is gonna be. Bottom of the deck, summary of that. I don't know, conflict. But you're going into warfare. Oh, I feel like chill. Don't accept anything that you don't need to accept. If there's conflict coming your way, don't accept it. You don't have to if you don't want to. If it's something that's gonna try to trip you up as you're going super fast, you don't have to pay attention. As soon as like gonna be like, nope. Top of the deck, usually watching this right now. Be persistent. Keep going. I don't know. It could be energetic travel or actual travel. I don't know if people are people are trying to stop you from like moving or going somewhere that's supposed to be home for you, and everything like that. Keep going. Keep persistent, because keep going. Keep persistent, because they're waiting for you at home. They're waiting for you there. So just keep going. Keep going. Family's there. They're waiting. So, yeah. And I don't know, Moses and the promised land and all that stuff. You know, once they were about to cross the sea and everything like that to get to the promised land, And even a lot of stuff after that or whatnot. Yeah, a lot of stuff after that, that tried to get in the way of like God's people to get to the promised land, that they had to burst through. But the first thing, that's the biggest thing that people know about, is when like Ramses and his men went after them and was trying to get after them, but like God was like, nah, just put your staff in this water so you can part it and guys could go through, and I'll just close this shit on Ramses and their people. So yeah, cause like God is like, no, this is what I'm saying, it'll happen no matter what. Okay, even if it gotta look crazy and unbelievable for you to get there, as crazy and unbelievable as a man parting the Red Sea with a stick, okay, and having them walk through it. But yeah. And yeah, like, if you're really, really like are into like those Bible stories and stuff, it didn't just stop there. They didn't just get to the promised land. Like, there were other stuff that happened afterwards, like that were like trials and tribulations and stuff like that. People's faith being tested and all that stuff, and even Moses at some point being questioned and everything like that. That before they reached there. So, okay. I aspire, only because when I looked over, I saw it. I aspired to be like Jobu Tupaki. If you guys watched a certain thing, I really don't feel like explaining. But yeah, is it that I can't, or you're not allowing me to? Is it that I can't, or you're not allowing me to? Words by the greatest Jobu Tupaki. Okay, bottom deck summary of that is, of the clarity card, is Queen of Wands, bitch. Okay, top of the deck, usually watching this right now, is the Queen of Cups. And I'll show the actual cards afterwards. Da, 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 da. Yeah, bottom of the deck summary of the card that came out is Kuntur Yachak, blessings from the son of Hanapacha. Top of the deck, usually watching this right now, is Hayaka, sorceress of light. Okay. Oh, I want to do this right now too, for some reason. So we could just like bloop, 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 bloop. Okay. Yeah, get out of here. That's too much. Okay, so to clarify this whole hello. To clarify this whole entire spread, we have here Knave of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. We have also the World card, and we also have the King of Cups. And then the oracle card we have here is Pachamama, she with the Andean emerald heart. I don't know, something about you got the world warped in your hands or something like that. I don't want to say it like that, but you know, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone because I gotta explain it. But yeah, Pachamama, she with the Andean emerald heart. My bad. Okay, and hmm. Did someone go through emotional maturing, or like someone that went through some type of initiation when it comes to intuition? And then randomly, there could be something about like an initiation. When it comes to like the World Wide Web, like initiating into, like, I guess, fame, or initiating into some type of like, how you say it, higher role or something like that. I'm sorry, I want to see what that is. That's so interesting. I feel like that's what it is though. Something about initiating, either about like emotion, like how to like navigate like emotions or like what you feel and everything like that, navigating through waters. There's some type of initiation or maturing when it came through that. Like first you were in like the small pond and now in the big pond or something like that. Something like wrapped up and then gonna being in that. And it's just interesting how it's laid out because there's the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and then like the King right here, and then there's like a wrap up right here. Something about knowing how to navigate the waters as well. It could also be like charm as well in some type of way. I gotta look something deeper. This is interesting because I'm getting a phrase in my head, and I don't kind of want to say that though. I feel like it's like a way of knowing how to navigate through waters, how to navigate with your emotions or with like emotions in general. And it's kind of like this whole thing of like, it's not being like fake or manipulative, right? I mean, it could be, but, and then it could be good or bad, but it's like, if you're really into like movie and cinema, it's like how you kind of capture people's attention or capture, like, it's something about that. Like a understanding, a whole like understanding of like waters or how things are. I'm getting a little bit of like charm and everything like that, and then being like an ability to navigate that way, and just having a whole understanding or of that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if people doing this. That's what I'm saying. And then I've been thinking about this. a lot. Like, or I'm like observing it. I'm observing it, okay? It's like being swayable, and I'm gonna just say a lot of things to like get to the point now. I'm just gonna flow, and hopefully we get back. No, we are gonna get back. You know, I could like sense things already. I could sense things with people already. But I don't know. I started just from observation and interactions and experiences. I could like I now can see what it is. And things with empaths, you know, or people getting swayed, or people playing on emotions and all that stuff, or something with waters and feelings, and the ability to sway people, get them to do something, pay attention, or capture whatever it is that they want. This could also be like guilt tripping as well sometimes. Also, I don't know why, but no, I do know why. Um, the whole thing of like, okay, soft white underbelly, and there was this one woman in my head that like where she solidified it and she like demonstrated it, what she does to like cat to get what she wants kind of thing. But a lot of them do say it or like show it. But there was one woman where I was like, and for a hot second I was like, girl, like it's kind of, what is it, enchanting, what is that, seducing and all that stuff. There's something there about that. I'm just thinking about software underbelly in that one episode, but they all say it sometimes. It's different type of people on there. Um, but yeah, there's something about that, you know? And I don't know if, so yeah, I also people who, there's people, I'm gonna say just people. I'm trying to see other ways to say it, and if you can relate it to something else, you can. It can be situations too. You have to be aware of your environment and energies that play throughout people and environments and music, and you gotta be aware that could like lead you to, why is this coming up again? Okay, that could lead you to make certain decisions or move a certain way. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. But like people trying to use their seduction, and it doesn't have to be sexual, but it can be. It could be like through words, the way that their body is, how their body moves, their eyes, their touch, or just the way that they go about things. And there's something about, I really want to say this real quick and leave it alone because um, people know this from very young. They People aware of things very young or very early about how they can enchant, and what they do, what they say, how they look to have a certain outcome happen. And yeah, I've observed like just energies doing things, people doing things to make me feel guilty or to sway what I actually want, me away from what I actually want to do. And at first, you know, I was doubtful in myself, and we'd be like, nah, it's just me. I will like allow people to gaslight me, and then I will gaslight myself, and then later on I'll just be annoyed because I fell off my own throne. Like, I turned my head away from the path that I actually wanted to go for A petty ass energy. Ew. Um, in all types of ways. In all types of ways. Friends, lovers, family, business, all this stuff. Every type of way. But there was a point where I get to this point in different times where I get tired. I'm going to say I get tired of myself, but no, I'm never tired of myself. I'm just getting tired of the BS that's happening and me not being satisfied to the point that I'm like, nah, next time this happens, Chanel, stand on business, stand on your shit. Like, even if it's like super, even if it's super strong, because people can put it on. I'm telling you, with their words, with their energy, like they could put it on. No, you cannot go against my will, my willpower. You know what I mean? That you can't get against my will. So the next time it will happen, it will come up, and whether this is a test from the universe, from God, blah blah blah, blah, or this is just a happening that just keeps happening, whether I manifest it or I keep allowing it to happen, da da da, or it's just like things that just happen. This is why it's important to meditate and be so strong to your core and be very connected with your kundalini and practice awareness. Because I'm telling you, if you're not aware, if you're all over the place, this thing could sway you and knock you off so quick, bro. To the point that you don't even know where, like, you literally are far from, like, the prosperity, the thing that you want. And it's like, so I'm like, Chanel, next time this is there, now you stand on this thing. Even if like you are made to look crazy in reality, even if like this person or is made to make you look bad, da da da. And next time it will happen, I'll be aware of it. And even if I kind of like go like, oh, I'll be like, oh no, remember Chanel, this is the thing right here. So do it. And I will do it. So there's something about that here. That is interesting. And yeah, something about that. And I wanted to initially say just emotional manipulation, but I didn't want to say just like that. I don't know if like people are doing this or if you're doing this. Um, I'm not sure through what I'm saying if this is something you need to be aware of and stand on business, even if to be aware of, even if like this is happening to be swayed, because I see this over here. Also, just be careful because people's will, or just be careful of like your intentions or what this is supposed to be. Um, but you'll know if it's something like bad or not. Sometimes there's something about strategy and charm. Like you got to like put on strategy, be strategic and put on charm. And I feel like to me that's where authenticity comes in. And you put it on, you do self-expression and you do put it on display. And I feel like it's like a magnet to bring it in or whatnot. Um or whatnot. Yeah. So there's something about that. Um I don't know if like some I feel like I feel like there's a need to persevere even though things may be overwhelming or hard at times. It's tedious, it's not difficult. And then I don't even know how to end that or really put it together, really. I'm just going to go forward. I feel like hone in something about honing in everything, honing in and bringing it all together. There's something about like doing that, honing in, bringing it all together, not resisting though at the same time. And it's kind of like through my own like channeling by myself and certain cards that came up and everything. It's like not supposed to control or be a dictator, but be able to master something. Master like the flow, the energy of something. And then you're a rookie, but you're not a rookie. Okay? And Capricorn is here. I used to always say that for Capricorn. You're a rookie, but you're not a rookie. Something maybe about old soul as well. And then it could be that. And then there's also something about seeing the bigger picture. Forgive them for they not know. And it's not like what they're doing now. Just forgive them for they not know. There could be something about being a visionary or something new coming about. And it's just a matter of you getting the momentum, being very practical about it, and not getting like your emotions up in things that really is only just a block or whatever to like the whole bigger picture. Also, I don't know if somebody's an old soul, you've been here before. I don't know if people are like underestimating you're a rookie but you're not a rookie, all that stuff. Okay, we have here Pachamama, she with the Andean emerald heart. Pachamama, the goddess of the earth, honored by the indigenous peoples of the Andes, holds space for many different creatures to live within her field, including the crazy, beautiful, dangerous, and divine humanity. She knows that life thrives through diversity. She is able to foster life with such genius and generosity because there is no fear preventing her from holding space for the new to emerge. Be open to the new and the different in yourself and your life. Trust like the Earth Mama as an act of devotion. She is watching over you as you evolve to manifest the fullness of your sacred and original life purpose. Don't hold back from what is happening. Things need to change, so let them change. It may seem chaotic or overwhelming now. However, when you realize that you don't need to figure it all out, you will relax, allowing the wisdom of what is happening at a deeper level to unfold. Trust that your inner resources are enough and will grow to meet your needs for soul expression in the world. You may sometimes feel like you are juggling too many projects with too few arms. The Divine Mother can help you if you trust her to keep an eye on things and guide the process for you. This oracle indicates that peace and harmony will eventually triumph over conflict and challenge, bringing about a new way of being. Alright. And we have here Taurus, Pisces, Capricorn, Leo. You could be, and Cancer. You could be any other signs. The signs could be in your chart, could be energy of this reading, could be, and it's Aquarius is here too, sorry. It could be, anybody around you. It could be planetary placements. It could be energy of this reading, all that stuff. Okay. We have here Om, and it has the bad omen, the bad meaning. It's the bad omen, the bad meaning of Om. And it has the number 11 here, and Aquarius and Libra here. And it says a need to rebalance, healing, cosmic universal balance. Deep, deep, deep. What does that say there? There's something about readjustment and allowing. I don't know if there's some resistance. It could be inner, outer. I feel like, again, go forth, young lad. Go forth. We have here presumptuous, which in the accusative meaning of a person of their behavior failing to observe the limits of what is permitted or appropriate, excessively bold or forward. And so, it's like, okay, the whole thing, sometimes I just think about this with children sometimes. It doesn't always have to be. There's some cases, you know. But like, I'll just say that I don't know if this is with children or this could be like a new like idea or a thing. And it's like, yes, again, go forth, young lad. Um, you know, don't let anything like stop you and everything like that. Also, there is value in, why am I losing the word? Discipline and practicality. It's like, take this thing and like nurture it, practicality. And then here we go with the plants. You know, you plant the seed and you can't just do whatever crazy thing with the seed and everything like that. It needs to like have some nurturing and all that stuff, good environment, all that stuff or whatever. We have here Jupiter. It is Jupiter Day today. But right? Yeah, it is. It is Jupiter. And Jupiter is like about expansion. It could be about learning and all that stuff. That's what mostly it is for me. Like expansion, learning. It could be also going beyond, beyond the beyond. It could also be luck as well. There's something about luck too. And then something's coming up about with the hood healer where she mentioned like luck is when opportunity meets preparation. So that's what I mean, like, you know, yes, you can do this, but also like discipline, consistency, practicality. So I guess like, I don't know, when divine alignment or something hits it, it's luck because like opportunity hits like preparation or whatnot. All of this to say, don't give up though. Don't give up. Something's gonna come together. Don't resist the flow, okay? The divine alignment and all that stuff. Don't resist the flow. So that's that for this week's Venus Day deck per reading. The topic, standing on business about your prosperity. If you would like a personal reading, you can visit my link tree. You can email me accepting time. They both will be in the description box for you to see. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. That's very much appreciated and helpful. And peace out. Damn.